Welcome everybody to another episode of Facebook Live at Scott County Library. We have a special guest today, Nicki. She helps in the Kentucky room. Nicki, can you tell me a little bit what you do here at the library?
I volunteer for the Find Your Roots for the Scott County Genealogical Society and the Scott County Library. We help people find their roots.
And what are some of the resources that you find helpful helping people?
We are pretty lucky in Scott County. We have some pretty great resources. Our local resources start here on our local history shelf. We have just some great histories written by local people, and we have this amazing cemetery book that the Scott County Genealogy Society did in about the late 80s. We've taken some time to update it on findagrave.com. And B.O. Gaines, we have several local writers who have helped write histories. It's really great.
Okay.
These are some county records that are easily accessible, just more indexes and information than actual records. But
And you mentioned to me something too about slave marriages.
we do.
Something unique, right?
One of our members, Genealogy Society members, has actually gotten the slave marriages together for Scott County. So we, not everybody has that, and so I don't think that is, but it's in there, and it's lucky enough just to have it all.
And then what about cemetery records?
The cemetery records are in several books. There's also some here in the church shelf. We have a lot for Scott County, a pretty good amount. Mostly Georgetown and Stamping Ground. We'd love more for Sadieville if we had them, so if you have them, bring them in. We have some more cemetery stuff. We have some of the Genealogy Society newsletters. We have Kid We Curve Genealogy. And if you know your families, it's a good resource. But you have to know some names before it's really helpful.
And then what about family histories? What do we have here at Scott County Library that can help people?
Well, several families have been lucky enough and kind enough to share their families. They've making their trees, their family histories, and they have added them here alphabetically if they're distantly connected to Scott County, or even if they're new families to Scott County, added them into our family files.
Very good. And then what about databases? Do you have any databases here that can help?
All of Scott County public libraries' computers are connected to the three major databases: Ancestry,
Heritage Quest?
Heritage Quest, and Family Search. You can get to them on any of them. And they're free when you're inside the library. We actually still have microfiche.
Yeah, this is great stuff.
Not everybody still has access to microfilm, and we actually have two that you can read them on, so it's really great. One's newer, one's older, depends what your pleasure is to read them.
You know what I found useful are the newspapers. We have the Georgetown Newspaper on microfilm going back to about 1860.
We do, and not only do we have them locally for Georgetown, but we actually have the Kentucky Gazette in book form from 1787 to 1820, and there's all kinds of little gems inside of there.
Okay, very good. And when do you help people here at the Kentucky Room?
I am here twice a month, the second and fourth Thursday from 1 to 3. Just part of a partnership with our society and the library.
So it sounds like it's challenging yet fun.
It is super fun. Not only do I personally get a lot of fun doing our family, but I get to get into everybody else's and share the joy when they find somebody new.
And how much does this cost?
It doesn't cost. I volunteer at the library just to help people get their feet wet and enjoy.
It's a great deal. Thank you, Nicki.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.